blank screen, head full. Didn't know the tools, but I knew the pull. Kept watching reels like how they do that. Felt like I missed the train, that's a fact. I ain't from design school, I ain't got creds, but I got time, so I put in reps. Tight how the blender hit a rabbit hole. Then I found the school and it lit my soul. Quiet moves, steady pace, ran to dreams at my own rate. Blender Octane Skool taught me the game, and I whispered back, this is the way. Scene by scene, night by night, learned to light what I couldn't write. From doubt to pixels that speak today, all I needed was, this is the way. Library stacked with 1,000 maps, Zoom calls filled in the mental gaps. I ain't loud, I just stay sharp. No trees now look like art. They said I wouldn't, but I just might. Turn still frames into real life. It ain't fast, but it's real, and every shade has got that feel. This ain't hype, it's healing. Creating taught me feeling, not for clout or fame, just wanted to know my name. Now I move through scenes like peace, quiet storm but my mind's unleashed. Blender Octane Skool gave me the way, and every render says, this is the way. Say
Mic check 1 2. What up, guys? What up? All right, let's get into this here. All right, and kill that mode. Cool. All right, guys. Day 4, working on the Porsche. Actually, off stream, I ended up going back and doing the rims. I changed out the rim calipers and tires. I changed out the tires. I probably should have did it on stream, but unfortunately we got sidetracked with the question, but it's no big deal. So literally all I did was, if I let me save this quickly here. Quick thing also, in my Blender Octane startup kit file, we've just added a new version for the community, and now we have all of the passes. I've already set that up for everybody, so we have all of the passes. If I wanted to see the beauty pass, emission passes, diffuse pass, in diffuse direct, reflections, or was that refractions or reflections? Oh, there you go, reflections. All the passes are enabled and ready to be used if you're going to do some post compositing like in Nuke or something like that, or After Effects. There's the noise pass. This noise pass we actually use when we're doing adaptive sampling. You need to turn this noise pass on because the green is what is being rendered first, and then everything else is getting rendered after that. So like if I don't want it to spend so much time rendering the background, I would set the adaptive samplings that it would render these really fast, and then it will start focusing on the gray areas more, especially like on the glass. So like I would want a lot of this to be more rendered for faster, and I want the render to spend more time on the glass for sake. So that's the noise pass, which is very important when you're setting up the adaptive sample. And then there's the denoise beauty pass, which if you really look at the glass, I need to really work on that. Probably do a little bit of today. And then if we go to the beauty pass, look how much noisier that is. Look at that. And then we go to the denoising, cleans it up. We still need some more passes. So I think today we need to, what is today? Wednesday. Yeah, I'm getting close. I need to finish this thing up. So let's really try to, for the advertisement I'm doing, I don't need that much detail in the interior because it's not going to be really seen. So I'm just going to put some general materials on that. And we're not grunging this up because it's for like a Porsche card ad, and they will want their car to be looking pristine, right? I want denoise pass, save image, save copy. This is going straight for the thumbnail for this video here, JPEG thumbnail. I did another version, but I didn't realize I didn't mute some of the other stuff. So like the tires were overlapping from the OTOYs to the new tires, and the rims were overlapping each other because I had them hidden, but not hidden in the render. All right, cool. So make sure my camera is not active because I like that where that position's at. So what I did, I used one of our brake discs from one of our members who donated this in the community. I used their brake disc, just replaced it, did a clean swap, and then same with the tires. I used one of our low profile tires here, and I used that on there. So, okay, happy with the way that came out. These tires just look a little better. They got some better tread on them. You know, they look really nice. So there's that. This was from a different, but for some reason, they got parented to that, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Or actually, no, I think that is the parent from that, so. Okay, cool. And I think I have some viewport, yeah, plugins going on here. Let's go ahead and set this back to default. There we go. All right, cool. So let's knock out, I think we need to jump in interior, because as far as the majority of the stuff on the interior, we're looking pretty clean out here. If anything, I wanted to change this to carbon fiber. Let's go ahead and save out day 4. Save as day 4. And then I need to take a look also at this glass. How thick is it? Does it have any type of thickness to it? Which I don't think it maybe does. Solidify modifier. Yeah, look at that huge difference with the solidify modifier on there, right? Let's hide that. And let's grab that one. Let's grab this one. Let's grab this back one. And this one. And then solidify. And that one last. Control link modifiers. Or copy modifiers. Right now, they all should have that solidify on there. Good. And for this, I'm probably going to jump in here and turn on fake shadows, which will just help us with our render time. There we go. Car IOR of glass for windshield. What would that be? IOR value on car windshields. 1.52. Okay. Typically around 1.52. All right, 1.52. I guess we could just leave it 1.5. It's not a big deal, right? 0.52, is it really going to matter? I don't think so. And while I'm at it, let me make sure. I got to get back into my habits of checking, make sure the stream is live. A couple times I thought I was live, and I wasn't live. It was pretty dumb. Okay, cool. We are live. Nice. All right, so that's looking good for the windshields. I think we might need to, oh, you know what? I need to fix this Porsche logo. What's going on with this here? Okay, gold. Black matte. Oh, hey, hang on. Let's get to that black matte. Gold. And you know what we're going to do here? We're going to go to our metals pack. And, oh, no, not that pack. Metals pack. And I've got gold right here. We'll take this. Actually, hang on. Let me drop it on, because sometimes I don't want to drop it on the wrong thing. Gold. Okay. Then we've got flat black. Make that shiny flat black. Oh, shiny. Oh, is that piece gold too? That doesn't look right. That does not look right. Porsche logo. Oh, it is right. Well, it does have a little bit of texture to it. Well, actually, it's kind of changed over the years. Looks like some had the texture. We're going for this one, then the clean one. That doesn't look like super glossy. It's more of like a flat matte. Oh, it's actually got that detail in it too. But I think my gold is too hot. So let's try. I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking at it. Maybe let's just knock down the roughness a little bit. Where's my phone at? All right. Knock down the glossiness on this gold a little bit. Maybe let's double it times 2. That feels a little bit better. Nope, forgot this here. Matte black. I think we need to get inside the car. This here is going to be a mirror, huh? Chrome. What did I use for chrome? Actually, let's just make our own here. Let's just say mirror, mirror. Up. Mirror. Good. And let's come in here. We'll delete that. Come in here, add in a, I shouldn't delete that, should have kept that. Just add in a specular material. Let's isolate that. And maybe it's not a specular material. Let's add in a metallic material. Okay, that's reflecting behind me. I was wondering, like, why are we seeing through it? Actually, no, we're not. Yeah, because there's the cars behind us. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, looks like we got some jump in this car here. Looks like we got, let's hide this glass. Actually, let me come in here. Glass. Definitely need to crank up the samples. Let's grab that also. Call that glass. Hide that. All right. Let's take this body work. Let's take the whole top off here. And hide that. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What is this top piece here? Interior color. Never thought about that. Well, I guess since I got my blue and orange kind of going, what would I make the interior color? It definitely wouldn't want that orange. That would just be too much. What would be a good complementary color? Just black, basically, huh? Let's see what we got as far as materials. Again, I'm checking out Pixel Lab Materials. Pixel Lab Material link is down in the description if you guys are interested in looking at some of their materials. Brown leather old. Oh, that might be interesting. But we don't need old. Let's go to fabrics. Deer skin, fabric canvas, jeans, leather. Let's go to pack one. Let's see what they got. Fabrics, denim canvas, red velvet, Cavalier. Nope. Pack 3. There's the car paints. Glass. Metals, materials. This is the more like the procedural pack. This the pack number 3 is like literally almost pretty much procedural materials. Let's go to pack 4. Fabrics, shade, fake carpet, old cotton, ripped polyester, velvet. Fabrics, ancient leather, bag leather, pink. We might can change that up. Clear leather, cotton, curtains, couch leather. Supreme fabric, parallel, tech fabric. 7. Fabrics, blue velvet carpet, cotton paper. Ooh, that might be nice. I should probably use that for something. There's the deer fabric again. Fine sofa, fine sofa. The velvet might be something good for the dashboard. Dark wool. Let's see something for this dashboard. What do we got here? Interior color 2. Let me get some references going. Porsche interior colors. I think we're just gonna go with black. Leather. Okay, that might be a good reference. So let's kind of just get a leather material, or even this velvet material. I'm gonna try with this gray velvet material first and drop this on the dashboard. Let's see how this is built. We got a diffuse. We've got 2 things coming into diffuse. They're being added together. One's a color correction node with an RGB texture, which is probably like a leather texture, or that is like a color, right? Leather texture, and that's being changed with the color. And then that also has the fall off matte to give it a different thing here. Projection, that is being multiplied together and then added together. Specular color can be controlled there, and then this is the roughness. Game controlling the color correction on the bump node, using that to probably convert it to black and white for the bump. Yeah, or do something with the saturation there. Okay, so the way I think we can mess with this is, let's come in here, maybe mess with the is that changing anything? What if I just kill all of this for a moment? Do something like that. Actually, I can do this. Check it out. Let's do this. Delete this. Let's connect this back into here, and let's add in a RGB color and plug that into here. So we're just basically replacing this whole image map thing that they got going on here. We're replacing that with just a straight color. And this up here has got a major effect on it, right? It looks like it does. Yeah, it does have a major effect on it. Okay, so this is probably good how we control the value of this, which is right here. So if I take that to 0, let's see what happens. Yeah, it does. Okay, nice. That's cool. So I learned something here. Fall off map multiplied with the grayscale color, which is basically acting as a value node, because grayscale is just basically white to black. I think white is 1 and black is 0, or it might be reversed around. But if we go to 1, right, and then if we go to 0, yeah, so we're getting control. So we can kind of do a mix of this. If we go 0.5, it's kind of like we get this little weird little mix here. But let's go like 0.02. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna call this black velvet. Let's throw that back in the car. Car interior, three colors in this thing. It had 3 colors going on. Interior decal. What is this? Let's convert that. Now, like I said, I don't really need to go hardcore on this, because the shot that I'm going to be using this in, we're not going to see any of this. So I'm not too worried about interior black. We're just going to use our black velvet. Actually, I'm going to give diffuse that plastic that we had. The black plastic. The matte plat. Yeah, let's do that. Glass. Tail light. Let's do the tail light glass again. Tail light. Interior silver. Interior Interior silver. Let's just go to silver. Interior color 3. Oh, just do black. I'm just gonna do all black. Let's go. We're gonna do the velvet. This door frame though, wouldn't that be black matte? I thought that would be a little bit of car paint there. Yo, what up? Let's see what your question is. You how to do motion blur, like car advertisement motion blur in the background and the car a little bit. Yeah, you have to do when you're using motion blur, unlike cycles where you can just turn on motion blur. In Octane, you need to turn on what you want to have motion blur. Motion blur can go all the way down to an individual level, as far as cameras has a motion blur, or the car has a motion blur. So for if you wanted to get like a blurry car shot, let's see here quickly. Let me save this and let me add black matte to that. Save that. Yeah, I might just do the steering wheel and the seats. Like, I don't really need to do too much because let me quickly show you. So for motion blur, check it out. So we get a cube, right? So let's grab a cube. This will be our car, GX. I'll put it right here. Drop a I. Was it I? I gotta drop a keyframe. Oh, I did drop a keyframe. And then let's go like here. And let's go GX. All right, and press I. Okay. Let's go faster. Boom, there we go. And then let's grab it all and let's go T, make it linear. All right, and then let's grab our camera, drop it there. Boom. All right, cool. And let's only make this like 20 frames. Okay. So right now, if I go here, make sure you save your file, especially when you're messing with Blender and you don't save it sometimes, well, especially with Octane, it will crash when you try to render some, so FYI. Let me just quickly drop this into, we'll just go to the desktop, it's fine, desktop, don't keep.